We have a rain as well, here. So a bit cold.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it?
No, it's not. Okay, we'll start our lesson today. So first, before starting our lesson, we'll recap what we learned up to now. So
Yes.
anything you remember what we were doing our lesson before?
We were doing the 9 P's of the marketing mix.
Okay.
I remember that. I'm trying to think. First lesson, that's quite a while ago now. We learned.
We discuss about marketing mix.
Yes.
4 P's, 7 P's, even we said, we can add it to 9 P's. And we discuss marketing mix.
Yes.
What 4 P's stand for?
Is it price, people, product, and planning or promotion, was it?
Yes, good. So we discuss processes, planning. It could be enhanced to 7 P's. Initial concept was 4 P's, where we discuss about product, price, promotion, and place. Place is where we actually sell the product. So we need to look around when we'll plan, the service customer service marketing under. Then during our last lesson, we discuss about characteristic of service, where we discuss about transferability, heterogeneity, yes, like perishable, imperishable. So we discuss, are really, instantly create like a service in a service industry, not good because this is a service. So if it's quickly expire, instant we need to be delivered. Whatever the customer we supposed to be delivering, yes, meet the expectation of the client. So if we not do instant, so it will be expire, even do later on. So that's not meant by anything then. Yes, time pass. So those things we discussed. We discussed during our last lesson is called Servicol model, where the gap model, what the customer expectations are, what in terms of the quality infrastructure. So that's all about was the last lesson. We discussed marketing concept as well, like a production concept, social marketing, selling concept, those sort of the concept we discussed during our last lesson. So now we are moving forward. So we need to look around today. So do you have a handout, assignment brief?
Yes.
So let's we'll see LO3 what is about first, and then we'll start our lesson.
Okay.
So when we look LO3, it's level we learn. Okay. So doing service. Okay. Yeah. We'll open and then we'll go through what we're supposed to learn under this unit. We need to check, we are on the right track. So we did 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4.
Yeah.
During our last lesson, we discussed 2.1, 2.2.
Yeah.
And now we are doing 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. Maybe few things, we'll go through during our further lesson as well if we miss something. Sometime in the theories we can add, because 4.1, 4.2 is supposed to be quite smaller, which is overall, the view of it, and which we'll go through. If we need to do one extra lesson, we can as well. So these all points we're supposed to learn under this unit. So we have learned up to these, marketing mix and service industries. So today we are moving forward and we'll go through consumer behavior. What is meant by behavior?
It could be classed as, is it like influences on what brings a customer to a particular product and why they buy from a particular seller or location? Is it like a whole mix of influences that bring them to a particular behavior?
Good. So yes, behavior we'll go through and we'll look around the behavior of how we can really measure the behavior and how we can address it according to the behavior of base trend analysis, various other analysis we can use as well. Behavior could be in situation, could be a different behavior. So as a business owner or the person working in the hospitality industry, we need to look around these factors and we need to adjust it. So this today lectures will try to look around the factor and influence which and when find and will influence the consumer demand for the tourism industry by reading this. So we doing this, so have a knowledge of factor that influence the buyer decision process in a tourism industry. Like, it's really, if we're not working ethically in our hospitality industry, so a lot of people they looking, we working toward the global, we are eco company, we are reducing CO2, we're not doing are in the child labor, we paying we are paying equal gender pay. So these are the factors, that could be leads to the, and we are whatever we promise and same thing we are, if we are saying is a 5-star hotel and you will be this the meal will be free and will be served in your room, so it should be. So we need to look around because this will impact, the future decisions of the consumer as well towards, our organization. So which we'll go through. In particular, have an understanding about the theories of motivation. So we'll go through some theory. I'm not sure. Have you ever learned about Maslow?
No.
Maslow needs theory, which is called hierarchy of needs. So everybody have a different needs. So like if we have a customer, those are commercial customer are dealing with the businessman. So those have a different needs. Individual customer, corporate customer have a different needs compared to the individual customer. So we need to look around what their needs are, and we need to launch the product and services those meet their needs. So we're supposed to meet them. So which will go through as well, and they have an appreciation of the way that roles and psychographic tourists are linked, to the specific form of the tourism and tourist, needs, which will go through, and have a knowledge about the key model that seek to explain the decision-making process for the purchase of the tourism product and be able to critique different models in the consumer decision making, so which all we'll try to discuss today. So that will cover at overall, our level LO3, which is we're supposed to address today. So first, individual. What is meant by decision making? How we can make this? Do really we need to make a decision?
Yeah, decision is more like a choice, isn't it? So you're deciding to choose that particular thing or product. You could have like a whole choice or array of products, and you've got to decide which one you want to pick. So there could be like different factors that influence you to picking that particular product over the other ones.
Okay, how you normally make decisions? By looking cost, by value, by looking location, distance, brand.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're looking for the best value, aren't you? Nearest location, things like that.
Yes. So like, I need to travel somewhere. I can make decision. Either I'll use the taxi, I'll go by bus, or I use, train. Yes.
Yeah.
So my decision by looking and linking with the time and with the cost. So what time I supposed to reach, how much time I have. And so we need to look around the decision, which way decision making is picking the best alternative. Yes, best. We have a different options to. You can travel by car, you travel by bus, you can travel by using taxi, you can travel by train, you can use by aeroplane. So what you have a various alternative. So as because we have a scare resources, we have a scare money, and we need to find the best alternative that suits us within a time, within a cost, within a quality. So three things we need to be: cost, time, quality. So all the decision really impact from it. Of course, different people, some people maybe say, oh, I have a plenty times, that's not an issue. Yes, so we can use it public transport, no problem. But maybe some professional people, they have a time is a money for them, because maybe think about GP, they may be earning 200 pounds an hour. So it's not really matter for them to be used taxi and pay a bit extra. It's matter for them is a time factor we need to look around as well. So first we're looking attitudes. Attitudes is depends on the individual perception of the world. Different people have a different perception. Maybe they say no, no, all these are the cheater, all the consumer they advertise on the telly, they're wrong. Yes, they advertise different. So that's their perception is being developed. So we need to look around, how we'll address it. Perception are the mental impression of say destination or the travel company. Like few years, lot of travel company they book the holidays, but actually the rooms were not available. So the people have a perception about the travel company that these are the cheated. They are showing, 5-star hotel. Actually, when you go there and you stay, you will find, they're not a 5-star or 7, whatever, the service they're supposed to be, but they're not delivering it, even not 2-star. So that's because as an industry, the perception being developed, they're not fulfill their promise. So we need to be look around, because the customer perceptions change. So as a business owner, we need to be focused on travel motivators. Explain why the people want to be travel and they are in an urge initiate travel demands, and different people have a different motivators behind. Yes, some people want to go there and just find about the history. Some people may have a different objective behind them traveling. So we need to look around. Image are set of beliefs, ideas, and the impressions relating to the product or the destination. So when we are saying when we will going Rome, so normally we heard the the quotation as do what the Romans do. Yes. So we need to look around. That's really when we go there is the image being developed about Rome and various other cities have a different. So it is important tourism managers to research and understand in which the tourism consumer make decisions and act in the relation to the consumption of the consumer product. So we need to look around and we have to do research. So that's why nowadays is the research is very, very important. That's why when we leave the room, they always send us email or they give us tablets, or when we eat food and the end of the food, they normally say, please if you give us feed, how you find us. And then so they try to adjust it. What need to be studied: the tourist consumer behavior of aware, the needs, purchase motive, and decision process associated with the consumption of the tourism, the impact of different effect of the various promotional tactics. Yes, dropping you think about now, lot of people know hate sometime now that cost cheaper airlines like the Ryanairs and various other due to the flights cancel in the past. So that's the perception towards the cheap these cost effective airlines. People have a lot of perceptions change to. Yes, so maybe they are looking, oh, I have supposed to be luggage and if I'll drink a cup of tea or coffee, I supposed to be pay, such and such extra money. Even other flights, offering free these facilities, refreshment.
Sure, yeah.
So we need to look around those possible perception of the risk for the tourism purchases, including the impact of the terrorist incident, various airports, those happen. That is really impacting as well as the whole business. So
Yeah.
we need to look around. Few years back, when the virus was in few countries, and those sort of things, how this impact, how the managers can improve their chances of success. So as a managers, so we learn in or we discuss maybe in under the operation. So manage is the success of everything. Hello and welcome.
Hi, good morning. Sorry for being late.
Okay. Okay. So today we are doing lesson 3. So we are discussing about consumer behavior and the perception toward hospitality industry and how we can address, these issues, which is normally the perception of the consumer point of view.
Okay.
Okay. Then next, we're looking the influence of the consumer behavior. What sort of the factors those influence the consumer behavior? So when we're looking, one factor is quite influence, social economics influence. When the economy is growing, people have a spare money, more people are employed. That could be, yes.
Yes.
So people decision making could be totally different. Second could be cultural influence. So different culture, how they treat people, in a different way. That perception about the people, that will leads to be as well. Consumer behaviors could change. If anything, happen like one news on media, could be the perception of the people's change. So then personality, different people have a different personalities, and attitude could be. They make the decision. Some people are the risk taker. Some people buy last minute, ticket. Some people plan quite ahead. So when we are setting the price of like, airline industry, the last minute, so that they set, the price quite expensive. Yes, last minute always expensive flights. So we need to look around. Learning, family. So that could be family influence. So these, leads to. So influence, when we're looking the social economics influence, cultural influence, reference group where they belong to, like, joint family system, individual decision making and all. So family influence. So four influence: social economics influence, reference group influence, family influence, and cultural influence. Okay. So we can view the tourism consumer as a system made up or meant energizer of demands are the forces of the motivation that leads to the tourist to decide the visit and go on holidays. A factor of demand, the consumer will have develop ideas of a destination, product, or the organization by a process of learning, attitude, and association from the promotional messages and information. This will affect the consumer image and knowledge about some around. Anybody watch the program Travel Show on BBC?
No.
Chelsea, do you watch?
No, I don't.
It's called to watch. That give you a lot of how people make a decision about and the perception about the, like, every week they picking or choosing one destination. When you go there, you have to do this and this, how you plan, how the tourist operator, guide you, and what is about what you can do, how you can manage yourself better when you travel.
Okay.
So it's quite good. I'll send you the links as well. So all the programs are you can watch, every weekend. It's normally on times as well. Role then the decision making process. Here is important role in a family members. So family member, like in some time we'll see let's see Pepsi advert. Different countries, same Pepsi product, when they advertise differently.
Yes.
So in some country they shows individual is asking Pepsi from other individual, and in some countries all the family is sitting there, and the little one is asking from grandparent, give me Pepsi. So that is the same thing, the different advert that the reflection about the culture. So we need to look around those things, that will be decision making process of individual. Or we need to be advertised, like in UK, CBBS Cartoon Network, they advertise the car insurance on the cartoon channel. Why? Why you think? Why they advertise? It's a Cartoon Network channel. Kids watch, and they are advertising the different insurance pro. What are the purpose behind?
Um, Probably to get parents interested in insurance. Not
Yes,
sure why.
because normally the parents watch with the kids,
Yeah.
and the parents guide them. This cartoon characters is what's saying about. So in the meantime, the company, they deliver the message about their product and services.
Okay, so that means that they keep the parents interested in watching as well.
Yes, because the normally their target is parent, even the channel target is a consumer, sorry, kids.
Yeah.
So that's really we need to look around how because their decision making could be based on individual perception as well, because within that, actually their target market is okay. So next, we're looking the motivational theories, because the consumer buying behavior or consumer is changed by uh, based on different needs, they have. Motivation we can define as a person to act in a certain way. The person is acting in a certain way, we call this a person is motivated. Approaches to motivation: Maslow, Dan model, McIntosh model, which we to go through flow, and we'll go through these models. So Maslow, this is one of the popular, is used in various academia, in education as well as in a consumer and in hospitality industry. So according to the Maslow, he was the humanist. He read the psyche of the human beings, and he said no, people behavior is changed according to by identifying their needs. So their behavior is set according to their needs.
Yeah.
First thing is the logical needs, are we call basic needs: hunger, thirsty, rest, and activity. That's the basic needs of consumer. If their basic met them, that's when we met them their basic needs, then the individual can be moved to. If basic needs not fulfilling, and you're giving them, oh no, this is a luxurious place, you get, but they are hungry, they don't have a food, they don't have a basic needs to fulfill. So no point to advertise them. Their behavior only will be because they are focused on the basic needs. And safety. So then after, when the basic needs met, next people is looking the safety.
Yeah.
Security them from fear and anxiety. So if we have so their basic need fulfilled, that's why they are traveling abroad. So next thing, we need to be as a tourist operator or working in a travel and tourism industry, we need to look around the safety. How our place is safe? Yes. What are the system in, like various incident happen with the tourists? So we need to think about like in various places, money from the rooms. Yes. and staying in a hotel is always, and some people say in some countries very risky. So we need to be look around the safety issues, and we need to address, because a lot of people make the decision to go there or not based on the safety and security. So then
Yeah.
next, then if the safety need they met, they really safe environment, basic needs met, and next stage of the needs need to be belongingness and love. Then it's mean, how we treat them. The people hate them if somebody come as a foreigner. People love them or treat them, equally. Then we need to look around if that affections, giving and receiving love, like, people interact. If you chat with, talk with in different languages, maybe people hate. If that sort of the attitudes, it means their needs not fulfilling, and it means the people not really travel or visit, those places then.
Mhm.
Then next is the esteem needs, self-esteem and esteem for others. Yes, how we can respect it. If their needs not respect, good salary, but they not respect as an individual, as a human being. So it means still, we're not meeting them. Of course, their decision making, the behavior towards certain will be totally different. So
Mhm.
if all these needs are met for, and the fifth is a self-actualization, is mean the personal self-fulfillment. So if we meet all these four personal needs, everything could be fulfilled. And as an organization, we need to be focused on these, what their basic need. If we'll increase prices of breads, what do you think the sale of the bread will be or not?
If
If
the
we
price of the
increase,
brand.
yes, we are selling breads, yes. So if
Mhm.
we increase the price, if any impact will be on sale?
Yes, because people will find it too costly and they would go elsewhere and purchase.
No, no, but let's say whole country bread prices increase.
Oh, well, no, they wouldn't want to travel there because their perception would be that everything else may increase and it may be too costly, so they would choose to go somewhere else that they don't have to spend a lot of money.
Uh-huh. Yes, but that's bread is a basic needs. So
Well, yeah.
if we need to fulfill the basic needs, yes. So people even they are happy to pay a bit extra if they have it's become their needs, not a wants. If it's a wants, maybe we can, because travel industry and tourism industries come under wants, not needs. Yes.
Mhm.
So we need to think about, when we have a wants, so we need to be focused on safety, belongingness, and esteem needs. Yes, more.
Mhm.
We need to plan our product and services, or we have to train our staff as well. Okay. Then this next model, Plog's model, is given Stanley Plog developed in a theory which is allowed the U.S. population to classify it into the series of interrelated psychographic types, different types. Psychometric, psyche, self-centered, where an individual centered thoughts in the concern of the small problem areas of the life. Individual tends to be concerned in the travel pattern and preferring safe destination. So what they are preferring? Safe destinations. So he's talking about exactly the same way, but he's saying for this later reason, market research in the tour operating sector label this group as a reparator. So if they this needs, needs fulfilled, then they can, So allocentric type of desire roots, the allo mean, varied in forms. So these are
Mhm.
the individual, adventures, motivated and travel, discover new destinations. So they discover new destination, and they really return to the same place. They hardly return the twice, for the same place. So we need to look around. Some people they're going once. Oh yes, we've been, and some people visit again, same place. So we need to look around. What are they really, how they make the decision? Because some people are explorers. They explore once, that's fine. They're not looking anymore the same
Mhm.
thing. we need to be focused on this. Okay, we can see that the dimension of the concept, motivation in context of the travel are difficult to map. It's very difficult because different people and different culture have a different needs, But we
Mhm.
can focus more model on the Maslow model of needs. Plug model we can use as well. We can see the dimension of the concept, motivation in the context of the travel are difficult to map. In summary, they can seen include the idea that the travel initially need to be relate and first itself, in term of wants and needs. Like we discussed about wants and needs in the beginning as a marketing, so we need the wants and needs, and as a marketer, we need to fulfill and we need to satisfy the consumer needs and wants. So strength
Okay.
of the motivation are the push. Yes, what is the push and pull model?
Push.
We discussed about advertising one year level 5, I think so, push and pull. What
Um,
advertising is a push or pull?
it's a pull. Let me see.
Like
Um,
sales and what is the difference between sales and marketing?
okay, marketing includes the process of planning and executing pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideas, goods and services in this case.
Okay. So when we're looking, selling is more push. Come on, you buy. This is the last chance. We are 70% off, this and that. Yes. So that's
Mhm.
Yes.
pushing them, they will buy our product. But marketing, the people can refer our product. We are expensive. That's pull. Yes. If we are satisfied, then automatically people will carry on coming to us.
Yeah.
So selling is a push and marketing is a
Okay.
pull approach. So motivation is grounded as a psychological and sociological as psychological of the acquired norms, attitudes, cultural perception. Norms, what is meant by norms? We have a cultural norms, yes. Different culture have a different sign, languages, perceptions, yes. Those are norms, values, and the image of the destination.
A standard of doing something.
Yes, like like in Indian market, if somebody is wearing the white sarees, like white clothes, ladies, we can say this is a widow.
Okay.
Widow, the person, the husband died.
Yeah.
So, and when white saree is wearing in Japan, it is a newly married couple
Okay.
and cultural, yes. So we need
Okay.
to look around because the people make the decision by following these norms, value, and image. And so we have to create an image that make their culturally. So normally red color is the happiness, but in some country red color is the sadness.
Okay.
We need to think about these, so when we are promoting in those areas. Okay. Next we're looking topologies are the role that can be designed to classify the tourists in the term of their role in a decision making. According to Kaufman approach based on the motivation, family influence is very important. So they looking according to this approach, tourists, the organized mass tourist, low on the adventurer, and he or she is serious to maintain is her environmental bubble are the tip, package tourist of the shell where she guided through the destination having the contact of the local culture. So when sometimes the people buy the local things or the local, so they sometimes look around how those are culturally being embedded, within like a history maps and those.
Mhm.
So we need to look around as topologies. So the individual mass tourist is a similar like above, which is a flexible and the scope of the personal choices is built. So I'm saying your picture will be built in within the map of this with the history. So because you came here, you travel it, so we can. So perception of the people could be embedded. So then the explorer, the trip is organized independently and is looking to get off and beaten track. However, the comfort, accommodation, and reliable transport. So comfortable accommodation and reliable transport. So if in a country we don't have a infrastructure, reliable transport and accommodation, of course, then our environmental that will leads to be the people, the process could be disturbed with it. Differ the connection with the tourism industry. So our need to be look around the home and the familiarities as possible. No fix, there could be varies. Different people have a different views, in different location and culture. So according to this, familiarities and novelties, so we need around institutional tourism.
Mhm.
Institutional, those are the commercial tour operators, travel agent and hotel and non-institutional tourists. Yes, individual travel. So we need to be focused by because these are two, the last two explorer and those could be different than the first one.
Okay.
You know, they want their representation on the map as well. So their product could be promoted as well because they're linking the tourist or the travel as a business. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, next we're looking the important of image. There are the kind of definition adopted in the world image in different field, like WTO. What did WTO stand for?
Well, shop.
Is it one?
Well, tourism organization.
We have a conference these days as well, WTO.
World
It's
Trade Organization.
all world together nowadays. This last week, it's a World Trade Organization,
Mhm.
and the economic forum is happening under where all countries coming together. How we can promote trade and improve the life of the individuals and the
Mhm.
travel and tourism between countries. So when we look in WTO, they artificial limitations of the apparent form of the object. So form of resemblance, identity, art, and design we can look around, and ideas, conceptions held, individual and collectively of the destination. Destination really we are going to visit it. How this, art and design could be relate with it. Yes, like when history of like Roman and where you said this, especially in term of Italian and like Venus when we're going Venus, yes. So we it's a history is linked with it. Destination like Marco Polo and things. We
Mhm.
look around this, different destination, how they link it. So the according to WTO to be linked with as a to promote the uh, and people can make decision based on it. Use in term of the country or the destination or organic image. Some of all information that has not been deliberately directed in the advertising or promotion of the country. Sometimes we're not giving all the information within the purpose behind because we just want to promote, good image of it. The second level of
Mhm.
image is induced image. This is form of deliberately. Deliberately we bring something. Okay. There are the stages. Three, four stages. We need to look around development and establishment. Holiday. Fantastic type of image we can create in advertising, education, and word of mouth is formed before the subject has thought the seriously about the taking holidays. Word of mouth, yes. What we
Mhm.
saying that is quite crucial. Then the decision is made to take the holidays, and the choices must be made time. Destination, yes. What time of the year and what destination? And then holiday image could be modified and clarified and could be extended. It's all about how we can really launch our product to meet the individual, and we need to be embed the cultural element with it. So that could be chain to the consumer perception.
Okay.
Next, the process in the tourism industry, these are the stages. Decision making first is a needs. Yes, so we need to look around. Then we can recognize the need. First, we need to explore the need. We need to recognize what type of the need they have. We need to involvement, level of involvement, how much they interest, identification of alternative. So if they don't travel in Turkey, they can travel in Spain, or which country have a both country have a same sort of weather. Yes, the price and things. So we need to be identification of alternative, and then we can people evaluate. If I'll go Turkey, it cost me this. If I'll go there, it cost me this. And how much travel will be, how many days I can stay, what sort of the foods will be there, how expensive there. All these are evaluation of alternative, different alternative, and how much. So a lot of people now, especially in terms of UK, due to the pound value, so a lot of people not traveling abroad, they more looking within a country, various alternatives. It's making the decision based on some economic factor as well. So we need to look those when we are planning. Decision choices could be different.
Hmm.
Maybe some people, just going for like, any events or trade shows or things. So purchase actions
Hmm.
and the post
Okay.
purchase behavior. Pre and post. After purchase, what behavior there. They are satisfied with it or they not, so because that will lead to the future buying decision or not.
Yeah.
Any question?
No question.
No.
Okay, let's move to next now. Next model is called process in tourism industries. That's, we discuss technically first, social economics influence, cultural influence, reference group, and the family.
Yeah.
Okay, then other modeling, different models, limited problem model, LPS model, are applicable to repeat the purchase with the low level of consumer involvement. Apart, short trip near home, these are the not applicable. Yes, nowadays, short trips near home, these are not, applicable to the tourism now anymore. Yes, because,
Hmm.
due to the technology change. Extended problem solving models. So apply the purchase associated with a high level of perceived risk. And the involvement could be high risk, high in so involvement we can look around, and where the information search and evaluation alternative play a role. So if we not on internet, what do you think? If we not on internet, if we not on apps, it could be huge, impact on. So we need to be focused on LPS model and EPS. We practical example during our next lesson for assignment purposes. I will give you as well to meet our learning. Any question?
No question.
No question.
Okay. There are other approaches. One is called Skinner model, response and stimulus model. Like, if we are used, like, if you putting like every morning you giving food dog. One morning you don't give the food, you just go near the dog will come to you. Yes, because the response is because the behavior will be set of the dog. Yes, that's called stimulus and response model, which we can embed it within assignment as well. A lot of companies they use all the behaviors are and how we could respond. Even sometimes you don't deliver it, you charge a bit higher as well. Their perception is we can deliver the same level of. So we need the behavior things as well. Okay, can we do a bit quiz?
Sure.
So this is about marketing mix. Okay, there are so many behavior theories that affect on the consumer behavior, because behavior is a mental situation of individual, could be influenced by number of factors. So psyche of the people, to judge the psychology is, of course, different people have a different perception about psychology. So which will go through psychology, because that's all about the study of. Okay, we'll start. We ready yet?
Yeah.
So which of the following element extended marketing mix that impact directly on the value of revenue?
Price.
Price. Well done. Correct. Good. Next, three elements that are added to 4 Ps comprise extended marketing mix are.
Process.
No. Okay, we'll do that. A business offering superior level of after sales support for the customer is emphasis which part of extended marketing mix?
People.
Yeah, people.
Well done. Correct. Next, what 3 stages needs to be completed before an effective extended marketing can be implemented?
Search objectives. Segmentation, targeting, positioning, planning, search objectives. Segmentation, targeting, and positioning.
Well done. Correct. Yes. The process of considering 7 Ps together form a cohesive marketing strategy is called.
Marketing, planning, decision.
Marketing. Yes. Then correct. Okay. Next, a leading chain of budget hotel implement new back office system to make booking more efficient. Which part of extended marketing is mainly linked? Process.
Yeah.
Process.
Yeah.
Well done. Correct. Which of the following statements support the business emphasizing the people part of 7 Ps?
Yeah, the first one.
First one.
Yeah.
Well done. Correct. Good. Okay. A key implication for businesses of extended marketing is.
The third one.
Yeah.
Well done. Next, a business whose customer experience unacceptable waiting time would be advised to improve which element of extended
Waiting times. The first one.
Yeah.
Wait time.
Well done. And which of these marketing activities would include physical part of retailer marketing mix?
Third one, new store layout.
Yeah, store out.
Okay, good. Well done. Great, good. 90%, yes, great. So which one we missed? Three elements of add to the fourth to comprise extended the people one they added. People processes, yes. Then next, procedures. So these are well done, great. So during our next lesson, we'll do some on consumer behaviors that will help you more, which we could embed during our when we'll write, assignment as well. I'll send you some examples as well. So any question?
I have one question because I was looking at the assignment throughout the week. I've actually started the assignment though. Two things. I was looking at the learning outcome 3. Learning outcome number 3, right? Which is 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. The first one, it says to explain the main theories of consumer behavior in the tourism and hospitality industries. So the main theories that you were talking about, they're talking about to explain. Would it be like these, the Maslow's and plugs and those?
Yes,
Okay.
you're right. Of course, today we learn so, and then trend. I think so. We discuss as well, like trend in hospitality industry, like people traveling abroad for different purposes behind them.
Yeah.
Like is it could be just a learning, just a history, just exploring, just for holidays. So that's sort of different issues like issues and those contemporary. So those we can discuss as well.
Okay. And then the other one where businesses have adapted to the changes in consumer behavior.
Yes, so business more adopted in term of identify their needs and want and making the package those will address like family room, the businesses they have a different packages as well. Their demands and the needs and meet them. So
okay, so I could use examples or personal examples to explain this one.
Yes, that's fine.
Changes.
Then I'll add I'll give you send you examples more. So when you write so at least you have some journal articles as well behind.
Okay. All right.
Then next lesson we'll go through 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and we'll a bit recap on 3.1, 2, 3 as well with few examples more.
Okay.
Okay, well done. And I think so. You both send me emails. And you send me assignment already. I need to give you feedback, and Chelsea, I need to give you feedback too as well. And I need to reply your email.
Yeah, sure.
So which I'll do so by today.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you next week then.
Thank you. Same to you.
Well
Bye.
done. Thanks. Bye. चल आ जा बाजा क्या शीला ने बाहर रखी